Hello everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Box Score. I hope your week has been fantastic so far. It's time to dive into another massive college football showdown in our series where we break down every ranked matchup throughout the season. We go deep into analysis, insight, and, of course, give you the best possible picks for these pivotal college football clashes. Today, we're talking about one of the biggest matchups of the year. Number 7 Indiana hitting the road to face number 3 Oregon in a colossal Big Ten battle with huge playoff implications and even bigger stakes for the conference championship race. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe, drop a like, and leave your predictions in the comments below. It helps the channel grow tremendously, and your support truly means a lot. You can also check out our other college football breakdowns already live this week, including Ohio State vs. Illinois and Alabama vs. Missouri, plus our full Week 7 pick slate. But now, let's get into the game of the week. Indiana at Oregon, kicking off at 3:30 p.m. on Saturday. Let's start with the spread. I'm rolling with Oregon minus 6.5, and I'll tell you why. The official line sits between 7 and 12 points, but I'm shaving it down slightly to minus 6.5 at minus 130 on FanDuel, just to get the best possible value. Always shop around for the best odds across sportsbooks, it matters in the long run. Now, this game defines the term, Clash of the Titans. These are two top 10 programs with elite rosters, but I believe the spread reflects something deeper, not just team quality, but coaching tendencies. Indiana head coach Curt Cignetti has done a remarkable job building this program, but I'm still not convinced they've learned how to win on the biggest stages. Last season, his breakout campaign, Indiana took care of business against equal or lesser opponents, but when they faced elite competition, they fell just short. It's reminiscent of a James Franklin trend, a great coach who just can't quite break through in those elite matchups. Meanwhile, Oregon has the edge of home field advantage, and both teams come in fresh off a bye week, so fatigue isn't a factor here. Oregon's last outing was a huge road win over Penn State, 30-24, in a whiteout environment, a statement victory. Indiana, on the other hand, barely escaped Iowa 20-15 in a sloppy game that raised more questions than it answered. Indiana's monster 63-10 win earlier this season over then number 9 Illinois had everyone buzzing, but I think that result said more about Illinois' flaws than Indiana's dominance. Yes, the Hoosiers are a playoff caliber team, but I don't see them in the same tier as Oregon, Miami, Ohio State, or Alabama just yet. From a numbers standpoint, these two teams are pretty evenly matched. Indiana has a top 5 scoring offense, powered by a rushing attack averaging 268 yards per game, while Oregon's defense ranks 39th nationally in rushing yards allowed. Oregon's pass rush isn't elite, but it's serviceable, and their home field numbers are outstanding. The Ducks have covered the spread minus 6.5 in 8 of their last 10 home games, winning all 10 outright. Indiana, on the other hand, has failed to cover in each of their last 3 road games, including this season's Iowa trip. They're just 4-6 against the spread in their last 10 away contests, and 1-4 versus top 25 scoring defenses. Those trends matter. Given Oregon's momentum, rest advantage, and home dominance, I'm backing the Ducks to cover. If they win this game convincingly, there's a legitimate argument they could jump to number 1 in the country depending on what happens in the Ohio State-Illinois matchup. Dan Lanning has more big game experience, and this feels like another statement opportunity for him. Oregon minus 6.5 is the play. Now, let's talk totals. Despite how good both defenses are, I'm actually taking the over 52.5 minus 113 on FanDuel. Here's why. According to Action Network, 56% of public tickets are on the under, but 60% of the money is on the over, which means sharper bettors are backing the higher total. In their ranked matchups, both teams have hit overs this season. Indiana's 63-10 demolition of Illinois obviously cleared easily, and Oregon's 30-24 win at Penn State went over as well. I expect a similar script here. Indiana's rushing offense has a real edge against Oregon's run defense, and while Oregon's defense is tough, elite teams find ways to score. Historically, Indiana's defense doesn't hold up as well against top-tier competition, giving up 27 points to Notre Dame and 38 to Ohio State last season, and Oregon's offense is more than capable of taking advantage. I'm predicting something like a 31-24 Oregon win, which fits both the spread and the over. Even though both defenses are top 20 units, college football in 2025 is dominated by explosive offenses. These teams are loaded with NFL-level talent across the board, from the trenches to the backfields to the wideouts. When elite talent meets elite schemes, the points tend to follow, and I think that'll be the case again here. Finally, let's wrap up with a player prop I really like. Roman Hemby over 58.5 rushing yards, -114, FanDuel. He's Indiana's top running back, handling 30.1% of the team's carries, 65 total, averaging 70.2 yards per game and 5.7 yards per carry. He's gone over this number in 4 of 5 games, and 5 of his last 6 dating back to last year. Indiana's offensive line is among the best in the nation, and their run game should still find success, even against a solid Oregon defense. Now, Oregon's defense ranks near the bottom nationally in tackles for loss, tied for 120th, which means they're not blowing up plays behind the line of scrimmage. That's great news for a back like Hemby, who thrives on steady, chunk gains. In recent games, opposing running backs have found some room. Northwestern's Caleb Koloff had 53 yards, Oklahoma State's Caleb Hicks had 63, and Penn State's Katron Allen nearly cleared 54. All of that supports Hemby's over here. He probably won't run wild, but I can easily see him in the 59 to 65 yard range, especially if Indiana tries to control tempo and keep Oregon's offense off the field. It's a strong value prop and fits perfectly with Indiana's game plan. That's all for today's breakdown. Thanks for watching Beyond the Box Score. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, like the video, and drop your score predictions below. Enjoy Week 7 of college football, and especially this top 10 matchup between Indiana and Oregon. I'll see you next week with more in-depth college football analysis. Until then, best of luck with your bets, and let's cash some winners.